Hi, this is Access Chapter 10, Training, second movie. We're starting at step, what is this step? I think it's 6. Yep, step 6. And really, we only have one more thing to do on this report, and then we're close it. I should have probably done it on the last movie, but I didn't, so we're going to start with this. So it says switch to layout view. So I am in layout view. If you're not, just go view, layout. Hide duplicate values for last name and first name fields. So what you want to do here, see how you have Barker, 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 Barker. You don't really need to have this repeated, right? It's the same thing. So all you need to do is click on the, see, I'll get off my keyboard, is while you're sitting on the actual field name, you want to go up to Properties, and the Hide Duplicates is in Format, but you can get to it through All. You're going to scroll on down, and it's pretty close to the bottom. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the bottom on the Format tab. We're just going to say Hide Duplicates, yes, and now you can see here that you only see the first occurrence of the last name. We're going to do the same thing on first name. Hide duplicates, yes. And so now we just, I'm going to close this up, close this up. So then we just see, because we're looking at this by employee, and then here's the students, you only see the first name, right? And then all the days that student had lessons. Go ahead and save that file, and we're going to close that report up. Okay, let's take a look at what our next thing is. Open the employee by position. Sorry, I have a cat on my keyboard. Sit down. Open employee by position in, I'm going to go, oh my God, stop it, in design view, and then I'm going to switch over to layout view. Just cancel. Okay, we are done with these two things. Delete the orientation label and checkbox. So here's the label, here's the checkbox. You can delete them separately, or you can use your shift and delete them, select them both and delete them. I just did them separately. So we are done with that. Add the employee salary to the right of employee position. Add employee salary to the right of employee position. Okay, so let's see that. First of all, how do we get to that? Well, we say add existing fields, and we find employee salary. So one of the things that I wanted to mention here is it has us in layout, but I'm in design, and that's because for me, I just feel it's easier. You can actually see all the elements. So I want to find employee salary, and I'm just going to drag it and drop it down into this detail section to the right of employee position, to the left of employee hire. Just going to drop it there. Okay. It's in the detail section because you want the employee salary to display for every record, right? So this up here, employee position, You only see that when the position changes because it's a group header. So then what we want to do is we're going to take this label, well, okay, to the right of employee position. So we're going to do that. Change the left property. Okay, so we're on this. I'm going to close this up and switch over to property sheet. We're going to find left and make it 2.25. Oh, I was good. It's not on the right space, but we'll just move it up a bit. Okay, so if yours wasn't at 225, change it. Change the tab order of the report by moving employee salary field to the top of the custom order list. Okay, so close this up. We're going to hit tab order. So employee salary is down here. We're going to click and drag it to the top and say OK. Change the left property of date of hire. So we'll go back to property to 3.8. So that should play out. Align. Okay, so one of the things that happened because I am in, so I need to do this label, the same thing. So we want to make that left is 3.8. And then do you see how the salary is down here in the detail? I want to click that, and I want to right click, cut, move up to the page header, and paste. It'll put it over here at the left, and that's okay. We're just going to change the left to match the box underneath. So 2.25. So now our salary is at the left edge of employee salary. We've got date of hire, last name. I think all of that looks good. Align the employee salary, the employee hire date, and the employee last name text boxes to the top. Okay, so I'm going to close this out. I'm going to use my mouse and just select all the objects. Go to the Arrange tab, Align Top, and it'll just move this employee salary, that new field, up. So we're all done with this one. So now we're going to add a subtotal for employee salary to the report. Show the grand total and show the subtotal. All right, hold on. So for this next step, you can refer to page 549 in your textbook. So it has just a little simple thing, add a subtotal, but the steps for doing that really begin with your group and sort. So on our design tab, we're in design view, design tab, we want to select this group and sort. It'll bring this pane up at the bottom that shows you what your current group and sorts are. So on the first row where we have grouping on employee position, right, we want to click on the More button. And so this will open up the options for the records. We want to pick the one that says No Totals because we want to add a total to it. So we're going to click the arrow and select Total on Employee Salary, right? Employee Salary. We want to make sure that Sum is selected and we're going to check the show subtotals in group footer. So it's the last box here. The other thing we want to do is show grand total. So now we're saying we want a total, a subtotal by this employee, and then also a grand total overall. So we can click outside there, and we can click on the less button right here. So we should now see this sum employee salary in both the employee position footer, which would be the subtotal, and in the report footer. Okay, notice it's the same formula. If I come up here and look at the properties, it's sum of employee salary. This one, sum of employee salary. So it's the same formula. It's just the position on the report that changes what it does. Because this is in a group footer, when that employee position changes, the total will add up, and then it'll reset to 0 and start for the next one. This report footer, when it appears, when a calculation appears in the report footer, it never resets, but rather it accumulates for the entire set of data. The ones in group footers reset when that group changes. So it'll reset back to 0 each time and start accumulating the next one. So we're done with this. And I'm going to, let's see, let's finish this one. Switch to layout view and hide details. So we're going to go to design, and then right here. So right now for assistant golf professional, I've got each employee listed. I just care about this bottom line. I don't need to see. So I'm going to say hide details. And now for each employee position, I get a subtotal and then a grand total at the very bottom. All right, at this point, I'm going to stop this movie and pick up with step number 10 on the next movie. Thank you.